What's going on, guys? It is ya boy Beer Gut Plays here, back at it with another episode of the NASCAR the Game. NASCAR the Game Inside Line Season Mode. Now, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the content so far. If you guys like the content, you want to see this channel grow, make sure you hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe to this channel for more content. Be sure to check out the channel's sponsor for today, Dubby Energy. Dubby Energy, We'll post the link in the video description below. Use that code BEERGUT at checkout. You will save yourself a discount on your orders. Not been a good stretch of a past few weeks as we were still trying to search for that first win on the season. We finished last after a last lap wreck at Kansas Motor Speedway. Not exactly where what I wanted, but we are gonna hop into this video. We're gonna hop into the actual race. We're gonna be taking on the 3/4 mile track of Richmond International Raceway. I am super excited about that. I think we're gonna have a solid run. By the way, guys, what an interesting race last night. This is being recorded on Labor Day. We will drop this episode later today, but what an interesting race. What a interesting final race to the season. Frickin' Chase Briscoe comes out and hits the walk-off to win the Southern 500. I cannot wait to race that actual race in Darlington. That is going to be a lot of fun. Richmond, as you guys know, I am a native of Baltimore, Maryland, so Richmond is probably I wouldn't say the closest, but it would probably be my favorite track that is within proximity. So I'm excited to run here. Hopefully we get a solid run. We ran well at Martinsville a few weeks ago and didn't, we led a good majority of the race. We were dominant, ended up finishing 5th after starting way back in the field. So I'm super hopeful about this race. It's going to be a good run. I think. I think Richmond is somewhere where we can show up and have a good run. We're going to go ahead. We're going to let Daryl and Mike Joy take over.
Mike Daryl Waltrip and Fox Sports welcoming you to tonight's coverage of the Capital City 400 from Richmond.
Mike, most of the drivers consider this track to be their favorite. They love racing here. They like the open spaces that you have in the corners. You kind of get 2 or 3 wide. It's fast, but not too fast. Close, maybe too close.
Boy, that curving front straightaway, that takes its toll.
It does, Mike. It wears you out. This place is a lot more physical than it looks like.
When they started here in the early 50s, this was a half-mile dirt track. Now at 3/4 of a mile with a looping front straightaway, many drivers say this is the perfect combination of short track and super speedway. Let's find out.
Thanks, Mike and Daryl, for that introduction. We are currently sitting P16. Oh my God, get into the back of Jeff Burton. We are moving through this field. See the number 5 green machine of Casey Kane. And we're going to get under Juan Pablo right here. We are already hard charging for the top 10. Matt Kenseth is your leader of lap 1. And we are currently sitting in the top 10. Our friend well, not going to be our friend no more. Martin Truex gets put in the wall, and the first caution is out. I'd imagine it has to do with something with MTJ getting punted right there. Yep, that was interesting, to say the least. What a good run, though. Currently sitting 8th. We are not going to pit here. We move up a spot to 7th. This is going to be a really good. I have a feeling we are going to have a good run today. And we are on that inside line. Lap 5 underway. We are hard charging towards the front. Carl Edwards, or no, I'm sorry, that's not Carl Edwards. Tony Stewart managed to slip under us. So does Sam Hornish. And Clint Boyer. We are still fighting it out in the top 10 as we are that high line. It's not bad. I wanted to try and run that Larson line, but could not. Yeah, this has been pretty interesting. We're up to P6 as we're heading to lap 10. I don't know if we're going to be able to catch these top 5 cars right now. Maybe. As Jeff Gordon is your leader of the race. But we've got a hard-charging Kyle Busch trying to get to us. This car is just not turning very well in the corners. I maybe have to go up in air pressure, maybe a wedge adjustment. We're going to let that high line roll. Ooh. And Smoke's going to get right by us. And we're just shoving him down that backstretch. I almost made that mistake and went into the pits, but did not. Sitting here, P8. This is an 80-lap race, so this is going to be... There's going to be some wild times. This car is just not turning the way it was at the beginning of the race. Still having a solid run as we're still sitting in P8. Stenhouse looking to charge by us, get that number 6 up further into the top 10 as he's trying to look to overtake 8th place from us. And honestly, we've had, kind of a mediocre few weeks. We were leading the points, and now we're dropped down to about 5th, I think. But Carl Edwards leading. He is going to probably have some problems with this lap traffic, and we're going to do the best that we can. Wow. Stewart has really checked out as he's almost 2 seconds away, ahead of us right now. I'm sorry, Brad Keselowski. This car is just... I don't know. I was fighting with this car in the beginning of the run, but couldn't... Or at this point of the run, I could not get a hold of the turning. Oh, we finally caught Keselowski, got a little bit of distance between us and Greg Biffle. I'm fine with that. And Jesus, we are... I got to the back bumper of Keselowski. Cannot get past him. This lap traffic is kind of holding things up. So I'm going to have to make a daring move at some point to gain some positions. And we're going to get under Keselowski. That might be the move right there. Still holding on right here, Keselowski. And now we're going to get under Stewart, that number 14 machine, and Kevin Harvick right there. It looks like the one of the Burger King cars is holding them up. Yep. And now we're all the way. We're up into the top 5, and a second BK Racing car is holding them up. We're making that worked out perfectly. And I almost lost it there. There is going to be a jumbled hot mess. Whoa. Holy crap. We avoided danger right there. We avoided something bad happening. I feel like we are going to have to pit here in the next couple laps, though, because these tires are gone. I'm going to let Matt get by me, at least for the time being. Maybe not. Maybe. Ooh, jeez. We were able to save it, drop back down to 7th. That's all right. I'm pretty sure if that would have Matt would have went bad. Matt would have gotten booed. So remember, Junior was for a long time the most popular driver in NASCAR. By the way, I don't know if you can see the shirt. It is Junior giving the middle finger. It is one of my personal favorite shirts. I bought it on the TikTok shop from 5 Wide Motorsports. We're going to just dive bomb it in here. And with... Shoot, Dave. That is... Ooh, God. Oh. Your Daytona 500 champion, Dave Blaney, was kind of holding everything up. And I gave him a shove, and look at that. Holy moly. Matt Kenseth and Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, very big names in the sport, got entangled into a wreck there. We're going to throw it down pit lane here. I have a feeling I'm going to need 4 fresh Goodyears and, you know, fill this thing up with Sunoco fuel. Almost called it 76. God, that's how old I am. I thought we were ahead of Kevin Harvick, but maybe not. Whatever. The one thing with this game, I do feel like it, you know, and I love this game. I tell you, I love this game. It is a lot of fun. But, yeah. And we're going to jack this thing up. We're going to put 4 fresh Goodyears on it. And a little bit of damage, not bad. You know, a little bit of, you know, tire marks from when me and Kenseth got into it. We're going to get out of the pits, though. We're going to be up to 6th. I can live with that. I can live with that.
Great stuff, guys. Good job. In and out. It's all you now, buddy. Okay, go get him, man. We're still one of the fastest.
You know, that's pretty good. And we're back green flag racing here. We're gonna... Ooh. Harvick is getting... we're just shoving Harvick. Oh, God. I have no patience sometimes when it comes to this, because we just cleaned Harvick out. Yeah, that was my bad. I was there. I even went on the apron, and I don't know what happened, guys. Not even gonna lie. I recorded this weeks ago, and now I am just doing the recording, so... You know, it is what it is. We're up to P3, though. Carl Edwards, Jeff Gordon, and myself. Here we go. We're going to take it 3 wide going into 1. Locked, then breaks up. We go a little high. Stenhouse and Keselowski's going to get by us. I was a little aggressive. Is not exactly my best move. Maybe do something a little bit more in control this time. We're going to hold on to that 3rd place position, and we're just going to get right under Ricky Stenhouse. We're going to overpower and take the lead again. That was a phenomenal move after almost wrecking out the you know, almost putting it in the wall, overdriving that corner. We get our first lead lap on the race after, you know, at the halfway point, so that's good. That is a bonus point for us. Greg Biffle, though, is charging, and I am doing whatever I can to overdrive this corner and get it in a position to where I can, you know, get that win. We need that win. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I absolutely just despise this whole winning you're in system, so I wish we had the chase format again. And we're going to hold them off for another lap, but Greg Biffle really pushing hard here. Greg Biffle, Carl Edwards, you know, 2 Roush Fenway teammates, and I tried to throw a late block. We did not get it. And we're here. Got it. Edwards. Yep. Oh, Edwards gonna overtake us here. Jeff Gordon throwing. Oh. We finally gave up the lead after leading about 10 laps of this race. That's good. We're gonna drop all the way back to 4th, though. This is very reminiscent, at least in my mind, of Ricky Rudd, Kevin Harvick. Was that 2001-ish? 2002? It was 2001, because they yet to change the color scheme on the Haviland car, which, by the way, such an underrated paint scheme in all of NASCAR, but I wish we could get that Richmond back where tempers flare. Well, we did with good old Austin Dillon, but that was for all the wrong reasons. We're still sitting in third. We're seeing some pit stops here and happening here. Danica Patrick threw it down pit road. Jimmy Johnson going to get right by us. I guess if I remember correctly, at this time he was old 4-time. 3 or 4-time. I honestly cannot remember to save the life of me. Yeah. God, memory is bad. We're going to give that spot, but take it right back to Jimmy. We're beating and banging with Jimmy. That's the kind of Richmond I want. And Kenseth up there in the top 5 right there. Carl Edwards had the best fastest lap, but we were not too far behind him. We're going to get under Kenseth and the 26 of Josh Wise. The lap car, thank you, Josh Wise. We are picking spots up. And now we are in hunt of Jimmy Johnson. As you see, he's being held up by the lap car, the 98 of Michael McDowell. And, oh, I'm sorry, that's not Jimmy Johnson. That was Joe No Paycheck. And we just cleared the clock. 4th caution of the race. I was just trying to get around him. And honestly, that happens. That was my fault. I will take responsibility for all the actions that have happened. We're going to be pitting here with about 19 laps to go. Should be the final pit stop of this race. I always want to call it the Pontiac Excitement 400, but I think it was the Cookout 400 that I went to a few weeks ago, and I did put some cool videos up, had a lot of fun. It was great. Here we go. Final pit stop. We need to have a good one. And change them tires. The Dew crew is on point. By the way, I know I've been promising a home office tour, whatever, right? It is upcoming. I've got some work I still got to do. I've just been super busy with work and stuff as of late, so I apologize. It is going to be upcoming here in the near future, so don't worry. I don't know if I'll put it on shorts or what I'll do. That pit stop dropped us back to 8th. I think that's because we had a couple cars. They're going to risk it and not pit. But, you know, this AI, they're going to throw it down the pit in like a lap or two. And Paul Menard is leading this race. We are going to get under Jimmy Johnson and Carl Edwards. We're going to get to the back bumper of Clint Boyer here. Jeff Gordon is leading. We need to catch him, though. I think we have a good chance. We have a good car, not a great car, and we're going to get second. Do not want to let Jeff Gordon too far out of my sight, and here we go. We make the pass with 15 to go in the race, 16 to go in the race, and we are out in front as frickin' Dale Earnhardt Jr. is your race leader. Can we hold on to this? This is going to be a interesting race, that's for darn sure. Here we go. We're going to come down and keep that low line protected. Just don't screw up, man. Do not screw up. We're holding on. You know, we're not going to have the pull-away speed here that we need, but we're going to have a good enough car maybe to win this race. This would be an absolute... I'd be excited. I hope you guys would be too. And here we go. We are 10 laps to go. We're taking that high line. We left the low line open for Jeff Gordon, and that was a mistake. We may have cost ourselves the race here. Jimmy Johnson is there. A Hendrick top 3. as Earnhardt, Gordon, and Johnson are... Oh, we're coming back. We're charging by. Push him up just a little bit. We got the low line, though, so that's good. It seems like the low line is the better way to run around this track, and we're going to come out of this with the lead. 9 laps to go in this race. We just ran the fastest lap of the race. We give it back to Jeff Gordon. This car is just a crossover. Use that apron. That might be where I kind of screwed it up. And we're going to let Jimmy get in here. A Hendrick top 3. Holy moly. Johnson's got that inside line. Gordon fading. Kenseth, Denny Hamlin, and we're giving Kenseth well, I could not complete that pass. Jimmy Johnson is your race leader with about 7 laps to go in this race. Gordon, oh, we are fading. We are fading. And what the hell just happened? Oh, shit. That's going to be a caution. I may have been pushing just a little bit too hard at that point, but it was time for a race win. Yeah, I really wanted it. Harvick did his best to dodge it. Kind of funny. Actions detrimental is on a Denny Hamlin, or is on a Dirty Mo Media. It's a Dirty Mo Media podcast. 4 lap shootout, 77 of 80 completed, and we're back green flag racing. Tony Stewart, I think we're gonna have some problems with him come playoff time. Casey Kane battling for a top 10. Jimmy Johnson still leading. Dropping back all the way to 11th. We give the boot scoot to him. And we're back in the top 10. I just want a top 10. We had the fast car of the race and just could not. Oh, man. Come on. 2 laps to go. Jimmy Johnson still leading this thing. We're up to 8th. Ricky Stenhouse holding it on in 7th. 2 laps to go. We are finally at the white flag lap. We get past Jimmy, Stenhouse. We're battling back. Jeff Gordon overtakes the lead. Jimmy Johnson this close, but we are not over yet. 7th place, I would definitely take that. Your race winner is Jeff Gordon. We come home in a respectable 7th. I will take that every day of the week. Cannot complain. Let's take a look at these race standings. Jimmy Johnson 7th, Kevin Harvick 3rd, 4th Matt Kenseth, Carl Edwards with a nice top 5, Ricky Stenhouse with an 8th place finish. Casey Kane fell to 16th. My goal is to try and get all 4 Hendrick cars in, the chase. We're having a good year. Gordon, I believe this is his 2nd win of the year. And we're going to take a look at the standings. Yep, 2nd win of the year. We fall to 6th. Still solidly locked into the playoffs. Jimmy Johnson, winless on the year, is 8th. Mark Martin got a win. So that 55 car, though, wow, it is weird to see Mark Martin driving it and not win. Stenhouse has the last position in on points. That's interesting. We have Greg Biffle, and I think Greg Biffle's the only winner on the wild card side. So Jeff Burton would be the final wild card if the season ended today. Denny Hamlin not having a good year down there in 28th position in points. Interesting. We're going to be going on to Talladega, though, guys. That's going to be a lot of fun. Guys, going to be the end of the episode. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed it. If you caught last week's episode, I did mention Saturday nights are going to be NASCAR Heat 5 live stream. I do have a steering wheel, so hopefully you guys will come around and check it out. Gonna be the end of the episode, guys. Be sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe to this channel if you guys want to, see this thing grow. I'll leave everything that I am doing on this channel posted in the 4 corners beside me. So hopefully you guys have a great day, a great evening, and until next time, my friends, peace.